solo talk, let's talk these ideas. Red solo talk, let's talk these ideas. Red solo talk.
The premise of the journey or the trip, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Like you didn't go there and be like, I'm gonna win these.
Exactly. It was just
and get me a fucking investor.
Mic check, mic check.
Yo. Wow, my shit is really low. What's going on? There we go.
Oh. So I think our headphones are mixed then, because if you're one, that's you. So if I'm two, yeah.
Okay. All right, it doesn't really matter. It's just the output of the audio. Yeah. It's just, you just know whether you like now this nigga changed it from the 1 to the 2.
Yes. Mic check, mic check.
Does not understand the hierarchy of this show at all.
Actually, I fucked up. Actually. Wait a minute.
Yo, what are you doing?
Get out of your shit now.
See, fucking with shit. As the producer of this show.
Mic check, mic check.
There's got to be some motherfucking rules around
mic
here.
Check, mic check, mic check.
Oh, this guy is going bananas.
What's that?
What are you doing?
Like, can you hear?
I can hear myself. Yeah.
Okay, so there might be something wrong with
your headphones.
With one of the. Remember how we were having trouble?
Yo.
We were having trouble last episode.
Can you hear yourself or no?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So what's the problem?
It's fine.
It's not important right now. It's not important right now.
All right.
Hey. No, you do what you gotta do. I'm just gonna introduce you to some vibes. Green room talk. Maybe like 7 minutes. We'll ease into it. We'll know when to intro it.
It happen naturally.
It'll just happen. Right now we're listening to Breaking Point by Leon Thomas. If you're not familiar, go get familiar. An amazing record. Back to the old school R&B. He was on either Nickelodeon or the Disney. Victoria Justice.
Okay.
The black
Victorious.
kid. Victoria Justice. Did I say it wrong?
I don't remember the show. I think her name's Victoria. I think the show was Victoria.
She was hot.
Yeah. I know
you're talking about. It was one of those, like, when she grows up. Yeah, so
he's been around.
Yeah. He's been out for he's been doing music for sure. Like I've gone through his history. Because of this song I went back and I always thought he was like a great vocalist. I was just like, that kid can sing.
Oh, what's his name again?
Leon Thomas.
Leon Thomas.
We'll put it down here in lower thirds, Breaking Point. Hey, gotta big up fellow R&B artists. As y'all know, we still working slightly delayed on the project right now. Oh, yeah. I decided that I don't want to release an album. I want to release them as singles and maybe do like a weekly release.
Okay.
Yeah, just a different approach.
And how many do you have total?
Too many. So that means I fell back from like the whole name of the album because of the transitions. Like in the creative process, I got to a place where it's just like I evolved, and it's kind of bad and good because it's like I had a concept, but as I worked through my emotions and the creative process, I evolved into this new person where now I look back on that old work and I was like, yeah, but I don't feel like that no more. Yeah. So it's like it's an evolution. So, but the music is coming. The music is coming.
Yeah, but I always thought the point of music is not so much that you don't feel like that anymore, but you did at the time that you made the music, and there are people that feel like that now when they listen to that music.
Absolutely. Because
there's always going to be someone feeling that way.
Sure. Great music is timeless. Like that's why I can go and put on a Boyz II Men song that was made 20 plus years ago and still hear it and be like, this nigga was he in my head?
Exactly.
So yeah.
So I disagree with you.
Oh, so basically I should go and drop. No.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
no, it's strategic. Like in the landscape of music now, like dropping a project right now don't really make sense to me. It's just feed the algorithm. I don't even like using algorithm, but feed the algorithm. Keep feeding. For me, it's more of a strategy where I can release music weekly. At this point, the way that I create music and the time that I'm able to do it doesn't really hurt me to just release music on a weekly basis and just, this is this week's single.
That makes sense. Yeah, and now at the end, when they're all released, can you then...
I can consolidate it to a project. Absolutely.
That makes sense. So, it's just the release is going to be trickled.
Absolutely. So, we're doing it again.
We're going to release one song?
It won't be this Friday, but it's probably gonna be next Friday.
Oh, I thought you said like right now you're gonna drop one song.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't picked which song I wanted to release. There's so many of them are my babies, so it's just like, which one do I release? And every song that I do recently is like, this is the one. And I was like, I said that like 10 songs ago. So it's been an exciting process because I've been out of this space for so long. Like, even me deciding to drop music again, this nigga good, y'all.
You see, that's why I thought you were looking for a song to drop, because it was right there.
This nigga good, y'all, man. I got a good co-host here, man.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we're doing it again. This is your boy, Audio Jones, with the hostess that knows the mostest,
Manny El Fuerte, and this is Red Soul Talk, brought to you by Only the Vibes.
Hell yeah. Look, I see some of these campaigning, auditioning for that tag. Yes. Rebranding, guys. Only the Vibes. Boutique R&B label coming soon. And thank you guys, man, for joining us at Red Soul Talk. This is episode...
something.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You don't know.
Episode next. Episode.
Yes, but to date it, we're a couple days out from Valentine's.
Yes.
So I guess we can include that into the round table.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
How was your Valentine?
It was Tuesday.
What'd you do?
Same thing I did on Monday.
And happy birthday. Happy birthday to Audio.
Yeah. Yes, I am 36, guys.
Wow.
I'm getting up there, bro.
Yeah. So your birthday was February.
You can check my Facebook. February 3rd.
February 3rd. And then Valentine's Day just passed. So
yeah.
And so I had a Valentine.
Ooh, yes, you did.
But I also realized how old I was because does it sound low?
For some reason, right?
Yeah.
It's just like the volume drop.
Yeah.
What I would do is pull the mic back, the pole, like you see the knob on the side, and just pull the whole stand closer. That's what I had to do. Like the way that I have it like positioned wasn't probably optimal.
Yeah, but that sounds better.
There you go, buddy.
So I was so proud of myself. I didn't procrastinate. I got tickets to the opening night of Chicago's Broadway musical at Broward Center.
The one
in Fort Lauderdale,
like the one that Queen Latifah did.
Was she in that? Was that Moulin Rouge? I don't remember. No,
it was in Chicago.
Chicago with Catherine Zeta-Jones, Richard Gere. But so the opening night was Valentine's Day. So we both work early in the morning. We wake up around 4 a.m. And after work, got to get ready. Long story short, we end up leaving we both looked at each other during the intermission. Halfway through the Broadway, we both looked at each other like, you want to just go home and go to sleep?
Was it boring?
No, it was actually really nice. And we're going to watch the movie. It's just, we were beat up. We were just tired.
You guys are getting old.
Getting old, yeah. I just came back from my snowmobiling trip in Canada.
Ooh, round table time.
Yeah, and it didn't go 100% as well as it could have. I came back with a near-death experience and some...
Almost lost the co-host that knows the most.
Yes,
scary times, man.
Yes, my snowmobile had a Valentine date with some trees at about 40 miles per hour. And
you underestimate how fast 40 miles per hour is. Huh?
Oh yeah, and luckily it was just my legs that took some damage. But that takes a toll on the body. Plus working, putting weight on it, then getting ready, going there, and we have work the next day. Again, wake up 4 a.m. So we were beat up. So we ended up leaving early.
Jesus.
And I even told her, I was like, yeah, from now on, we'll either Valentine's lands on a weekend, or if we're going to do something for Valentine, we're going to wait until the weekend.
Is there a cutoff for like a relationship when it comes to like Valentine's? Like when you probably like, we both come to an understanding like, we could do it. Like, you know what? The roll off.
Yeah,
like
for me, it's instant.
The gifts are going to get like lesser, and the effort is going to become lesser and lesser.
No, for me, it's always the same. I can if I do if I can, and I don't if I can't. It just comes from a practical point of view. So if I'm able to, then I'll go all out. If I can't, then I don't.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. So
Yeah.
basically, it's a toss up whether she gonna get a Valentine's this year or that year. Depends on what day work is.
Yeah, it just has to make sense. Yeah. So
I like it.
yeah. So
you keep it real, man. You good at that, man. You set expectations the right way. You know this guy's good.
Yeah. So this year we have a bunch of things planned financially. A lot of
care to divulge a little.
We're doing a lot more traveling. I just came back from Canada. We're going to Greece this year. I think we talked about
any financial plans to maybe buy a home.
I mean, with the way the economy is, and
not a great time.
2023
right?
is like the worst time compared to recent times. It's like I kind of have that resentment or regret of not having.
Should we move that topic up earlier now? Should we dive in it?
Yeah.
That's what I did there?
Yeah.
That was by accident. I had no plan.
But yeah, so yeah, it's all excuses at the end of the day. It's just, I do regret not buying one earlier, like, when the market was hot.
Yeah. So if you're not aware, we're not in a great place in our economy right now, you would say. Things are up, everything's up. Housing cost is up. You're probably not going to get the house that you wanted at the price that you thought about. Yeah. And the average homeowners are getting into loans that are 30 years.
Yeah, and the interest rates.
And the interest rates are fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So, what is your? I mean, we don't have to make this a long topic. We just know shit is fucked up in the economy, and buying homes right now. What's your take on it? Like, should you be greedy at this point?
I blame BlackRock. BlackRock's buying up all the property. Get your tinfoil hats on. They're gonna make it so we can't own any houses. That's the conspiracy. They don't want us to own any houses.
You know how racist I am?
Huh?
Even though it's BlackRock, I was like, I don't think black people own it.
Nah, probably. I mean, I'm sure there are black people
See?
I'm sure there are. What are we doing? What are we doing here? We are.
Oh wait, we so far into the show.
Yeah.
Hey guys, breaking from tradition. Sorry,
this is Red Solo Talk.
Red Solo Talk.
And there's nothing in my Red Solo cup, so we can't call it Red Solo Talk if I have something in a Red Solo cup. So every episode, we try a new drink.
Why you set this up? I'm gonna set your mic up.
All right.
And go ahead and introduce.
Yeah. So every episode, we try a new drink, a cocktail, whether it's a whiskey, a vodka, beer, it could be anything. And this episode, we have Crown Royal and amaretto liquor. I don't know how Disaronno. So this was a drink introduced to me by the group that I was snowmobiling with this past week, and it tastes really good. So I decided to. I forgot there's like a name for it. There's a name for this as a cocktail. I forgot the name of it. Mixing Crown Royal with amaretto, but Audio here has never tried it, so I figured, hey, why not introduce it to him? So without further ado,
great. How does that feel? That's a little more comfortable.
Yeah,
stable?
But I'm gonna try to do. Oh, would it fuck up the recording if I switch from channel to channel?
Yeah, it would. It's just literally, but because you're not hearing yourself.
Yeah, it's just weird. Like I think if I switch it to 3, I'm curious if 2 is the problem, or it could be the headphones.
Could be the headphones. You want to try some different headphones?
No, that's fine. Fuck it.
We got a bunch of headphones.
YOLO.
Come on, man.
Seems like a headache.
Nah, we're gonna right. switch it out real quick.
Don't worry, I washed my hands. All right.
I don't really let niggas touch my ice, B.
You'll be all right. We co-hosts.
You're 1 or 2.
Huh? I don't even know anymore.
Jesus.
Oh shit.
This guy's just sitting here blocking. Don't worry, we're gonna edit all this. You know what? It doesn't have to be perfect. We're just we're recording our headlines, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go, buddy. Try that on for size.
It's fine.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce.
You might want to add some ice.
Morning Recovery. We're not sponsored by Morning Recovery
yet,
but yet. So, guys, hey, I think you guys should reach out to us. The email is. We'll drop it in lower thirds. But this stuff right here, I'm a guy that doesn't mind a taste of libation. I do enjoy a nice. I was gonna say a nice stiff one. But that would be a pause moment.
Pause.
How does it sound better?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, headphones. So maybe it's the terminal or something.
Yeah, it could be the.
So, guys, when it's time to party, right before you turn up, you take a shot of this. You take the whole thing. Cheers, brother.
Buffalo.
Yeah, well, no problems. Gladly.
So what does this do? Explain this.
Oh, well, so morning recovery, what it does, well, we can go a little bit into it. So it has a bunch of vitamins. I'll let y'all do the research here because we ain't get paid for this. But every time I've ever drank or took this before drinking, I wake up the next morning, no fucking problem, bro.
So it's essentially like a lubricant for the alcohol before you start drinking. So
I want to say a lubricant.
So that you wake up without a lubricant for the liver. It's a liver lubricant to avoid hangovers.
I don't like to wear a lubricant.
If we're going to be sponsored, we got to be creative. So morning recovery, a liver lubricant.
Before you turn up,
Drink,
y'all.
hangover free. And it doesn't taste bad.
Doesn't taste bad. And this is the sugar-free one.
It tastes like a really, really yummy iced tea.
Yeah.
It's unsweetened.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
You taste it?
I've tasted. There's a sugar one, but this is the sugar-free one. As y'all know, I'm still doing keto, even though I'm kind of breaking it with the Disaronno.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure there's sugar in that shit. And you ready?
All right, ready?
You ready to do this?
To surviving snowmobiling,
To being alive.
to surviving Valentine's Day, to
You
being
talking about
alive.
Tuesday?
To being alive.
Salud, guys.
Cheers.
Here we go. Wow. Not gonna lie.
It's good?
This is the second time that we did something with Disaronno or something. As when I was a little alcoholic, my mom would buy that shit and I would drink it and I was like, why did you keep buying this stupid ass liquor? You know, because it wasn't getting me drunk.
Yeah.
But
It's a nice
you
little-
match it with other liquor? Mind you, I haven't drank Crown in years. Crown was my drink of choice. After a while, I decided that was beneath me. But with that,
Yeah.
I'm not going to hold you, my boy. Not going to hold you, man. I'm not
Winner.
gonna hold you. That's a winner right there, buddy.
Yeah, so
That's a winner right there.
shout out to you. Your name, you know who you are.
Hey, salute, my guy. Thank you. I'm gonna add this to the list of cocktails. So when I go to Longhorn,
Yeah. So when I went to the Broadway show,
you ask for it?
single or double. So I said, let me get Crown and Amaretto as a double, and they made this drink. So this drink cost me like $30. That one drink, 1 ounce of each.
This is why I don't go outside.
For real. $60 for my girl to have a shitty glass of wine.
Homes are really expensive because liquor is very expensive in clubs
Yep.
right now.
And inflation.
Pretty much. So I hope you ain't looking for too much in that particular topic.
Fun fact about Amaretto, this is the first alcohol that I got drunk off of when I was 13 years old in Dominican Republic, mixing Amaretto with orange juice. So we should totally do that one episode.
That shit sound good.
We should totally do that one episode to reminisce on my first time ever experiencing feeling tipsy or drunk.
That was your first liquor?
I would drink a beer here as a little kid or a little taste of a whiskey there. But the first time I drank to feel the effects of alcohol was at 13 years old in Dominican Republic at a resort, drinking Amaretto with orange juice. So that'll be
So next show, that's what you bringing.
No, maybe not next show. Let's not let this get stale, But in the future, we'll reminisce and say, hey, I'll bring orange juice with this.
That's right.
We'll make it happen.
I'm down. Well, guys, we got a pretty good show, I hope. We got some topics. We got some things to go over. As you know, me and this guy would spend hours and hours talking about ideas and concepts and things that his perspective, my perspective. He's an enthusiast in STEM research, correct?
Yes. But wait, I don't actually know the darker side of Valentine's Day. So, for me, I'm still treating it as like a Hallmark with a Hallmark holiday where, flowers, balloons, chocolates, make a date out of it, reservation, blah, 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 blah. You have a different relationship with your understanding of Valentine's Day.
So there's two perspectives here to approach with Valentine's, right? Like the commercialism of it, that they're pushing people. Like, you ever know, like, engagement rings wasn't always a thing. historically. You know, that I think in the 1940s, y'all do your own research, but at one point in America, engagement rings wasn't really a thing. That became something that got commercialized, and then obviously capitalism took its role and
probably to sell diamonds.
Sell diamonds, exactly. So that's why now, you know, people are going broke buying engagement rings to confess their love.
What is it supposed to be, like 3 months salary?
That is that what they say?
It's something like that. Like 3 months salary is supposed to be the value of the ring you buy your fiance.
That's the way to get out of anything you don't know. Just repeat what they said with a question.
Fun fact, if you buy an engagement ring during like a specific occasion, Valentine's Day, holiday, Christmas, birthday, it's considered a gift. This is like common law, you know, it's already happened in courts. It's already played its role in court. If you buy an engagement ring on some off random day, it's a contract. So legally, the ring is yours if you don't get married.
Yeah, but that changes state from state. I've heard, like there are states that like right, yeah, you gotta get the ring back.
Yeah, so I'm maybe it's just Florida, but in general, my understanding is if you give the ring on a birthday, it's a gift to her, and if you do it on some random Tuesday, then it's a contract on the premise that you know this ring is to get married, and then he can take you to court. The guy can take her to court and get the ring back.
I like it. So okay, let's and then we're gonna get into this dark history because I just read some shit and we gonna put this on the show because y'all celebrating Valentine's Day wrong, very wrong. Mm-hmm. So you propose, you get on one knee,
okay,
you get a flash mob, sing Bruno Mars,
make sure it's a random day,
sure. She says yes.
Okay.
6 months later, changes her decision, decides we need to go separate ways.
Yeah.
You want your ring back?
Yes. That's why I'm going to propose on a random day. To make sure it's not a gift, it's a contract.
That's him. That's how he rolls, man. He wants that ring back. Can I keep it real?
What's that?
I'm gonna keep it real. And you know who you are.
I guess it depends on the cost of the ring too.
No, I want my gifts back. In middle school, I dated a girl. You know who you are. It's all good. We're good now. She broke up with me after Christmas.
Oof.
Like, bitch, you was waiting for a gift. And I called her back. Her cousin was just like, you a pussy nigga? Because I was like, I want my earrings back, man. You know what you did to me, bitch.
Did you get them back?
I don't remember. It was so long ago. I'm going to text her. I'm like, did you ever get those earrings back?
If you're watching, let us know in the comments.
It's all good, boo. It's all good, boo. We good now.
So what is the dark history of?
So according to Google, because that's how we roll, baby. Many historians believe the day originated from the Rogan pagan festival of fertility called Lupercalia or Calia, an event filled with animal sacrifices, random coupling, a lot of more orgies, and the whipping of women.
Huh.
Actually, sounds about right.
That's good. It's good to know for next Valentine's Day. Definitely bringing out the whips.
Because some of y'all freaky. You know, mine is the animal sacrifice.
Yeah. And then you know what's in 1 month, right? So March 14th, we have Steak and Blowjob Day. So Valentine's Day, you know, is really expected in our culture for the men to do something for the women. You know, the girls do something back, I guess. You could kind of, but the man's really supposed to take the lead and set the date and everything. So March 14th, a month later, is Steak and Blowjob Day, and that's all about the girl catering to the guy.
I've never had that day in my life.
You fucking up. So now you got to demand it in the future.
That sounds like a day that should be every day.
I mean, you know, at least every other day or something, yeah. But no, so March 14th, ladies, you have 1 month to get your shit together and plan a bomb-ass steak and blowjob.
That's for sure. And steak with asparagus.
Yeah, and you know.
And roasted potatoes.
Yeah. And the guys don't go out there forcing the girls to give you steak and blowjob because that's how you end up in like MeToo situations.
That's called rape. Oh, yeah, so MeToo destroyed So this could be interpreted two ways. The Me Too movement destroyed said concepts and constructs, or Me Too movement destroyed, meaning like we attack it and we destroy it.
Yeah.
Based on that's why that doesn't work, or it's destroyed constructs, modern constructs within society. Like which way would you like to approach this, sir?
So you're saying, like, how has the Me Too movement destroyed society?
That's how I read it, and then I read it again, and I was like, huh. Why did I think about it that way versus like
destroying Me Too movement?
Right.
Well, because the Me Too movement destroyed in past tense. I kind of agree that the Me Too movement is a lot weaker lately because of all the lies that have come out. The Amber Heard situation.
Yeah.
I'm not that well versed in pop culture.
Because she was a lying ass bitch.
Yeah, but there's another one that. Oh, the Andrew Tate situation is another good one. A lot of these accusations coming out like that are proven to be untrue. I think
there's an overwhelming awakeningness to wokenism.
Yeah,
wokeism.
Exactly. Everything's the Me Too movement had an overcorrection, so now we're the pendulum swinging back.
It's just like
in favor of the
guys, we've gone too far.
Yeah,
so there's definitely a correction where people considered. I was watching who was I watching? And I was so fucking floored. I was like, it was Sink or Jank Uger from TYT.
Yes,
and he was on with. He was a conservative. Oh. PDB. What's your boy name? Patrick
Bet David.
Yeah, that guy. And they were having a discussion, and Sank or Jank. He was just like, "Yo, Joe Rogan is a right winger," and I was just like, "Huh." He has moments that are conservative. But I wouldn't know. There are moments where I think he's like kind of liberal leaning. So it's just like, but he was just like, no, he's shifted. He's like a full blown righty. And I was just like, whatever happened to nuance? You know? It's just like,
well, I would not expect that much intelligence to come from a Cenk Uygur interview.
And this is where we just went viral.
Well, I don't know him personally. I don't know him personally, but I've watched debates with him. I've seen like monologues of his, and they're not very intelligent.
They seem very emotionally driven.
Mm-hmm, yeah,
I did. And you know what's crazy is I used to watch them all the time when I was like a lefty, and I would be like, right on. And now that I've made my transition, because I call it growing up, and you'd be like, it just ain't how. It's just not how it works, bro.
Yeah.
I feel you. It's like there's like that's how it should be. It was like I was arguing with my friend the other day because he was just like, why do you think America's so great? And then he brought up like Canada and free healthcare, and I was like, yeah, but a lot of them also come here to get their fucking healthcare.
Yeah,
too.
and your healthcare is free in Canada, but you got to wait 8 months for an MRI.
And I was just like, so how do you? There's going to be a trade off. You can't. You're gonna have to lose something here to gain here. It's just.
I forgot where I read this, so I don't know how true it is, but some lady was like disabled in Canada and she was trying to get like a ramp built, an accessible ramp, and Canada offered to kill her instead.
I built those.
Yeah, but
OSHA ramps.
Oh, exactly. So instead of giving her an OSHA ramp, well, it's not OSHA there, but instead of giving her a ramp,
over there, I don't know what
but instead of giving her a ramp, they offered to kill her.
Have you ever
assisted
heard
suicide?
Have you ever heard the commercial?
Yes, yes.
Is it like not fucking crazy?
It's wild.
It's like, this is a commercial. So guys, if you're not aware, assisted suicide is a thing. I think in California I don't know.
I'm not sure.
But
I know some places Canada, in Europe and Canada,
there's promotional material and you listen to it and it sounds beautiful. For a nihilist like myself, but
it's like encouraging you to kill yourself.
It's fucking insane, bro.
Yeah,
it's insane. So
you'd have to grow up in a real toxic household to.
Yes,
end up wanting to kill yourself.
That's right. So how do you identify, what are some signs that you grew up in a toxic household? That you're toxic?
You know, I don't know, because I've seen too many times where you'll have a family of like, you have two parents, you have like 4 siblings. 3 of them are freaking model citizens, and then one's the black sheep that's all fucked up and drugs and in and out of jail, XYZ. So I don't honestly know if there are signs that, I mean, I guess there's the obvious stuff, you know, signs you grew up in a toxic household. Was there a lot of violence? Was there a lot of drug abuse?
I guess you would have to define like what is a toxic household.
Exactly. Yeah. So when you were thinking about growing up in a toxic household, what were some of the?
Because again, it's subjective, you know. So like you would have to then define what is a toxic household. For me, a toxic household would be like right now, you know, not to put my family business out there, but my you know, we had multiple passings in my family, 2021, 2022. And my great grandmother's house went into a place where all the siblings owned it. So certain family members went to squat in the house. And this happened recently on Monday. Tuesday, they called me and, you know, like on some like, they just served them eviction letters. Like they were trying to get those family members out of the house. And when you see the pictures of the house, when you see the people that were living in that house, that was all toxic. You know, you got infant children, but there's maggots on the floor, there's roaches on the floor. That's obvious toxic shit. But when you would meet these family members in real life, you wouldn't think they would be living like that. Because outside the house, niggas got chargers, niggas got jobs. You know, well, no, I ain't gonna say they got jobs. They obviously got jobs, but the way that they're presenting their lives outside of how they're living, it's insane. I was like, you know, like to me, it's just I'm floored on like, you think I'm gonna raise my kid in this fucking environment? There's fucking maggots on the floor, bro.
So I think signs you grew up in a toxic household, I think that would be more for the individual to assess.
100%.
You know, so when you think of your ability to be happy, when you think of your ability to maintain positive relationships, when you think of your ability to how you interact with the world, I think
I can give you some examples though.
Yeah.
Like an example would be like the mama's boy. You know, like it's loving. She wants to take care of her child. That's her natural nature, is to care as a mama bear. Yeah. But what she's doing is taking his teeth away. And then that's toxic because you're stripping him of the grit he needs to survive in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be his safety net. Sometimes you gotta let that motherfucker fall on their face and feel the pain.
Oh yeah.
And it's a very important process because what you're gonna do is you're gonna hinder them from being somebody who can operate in the real world. Because let me tell you something about the real world. It's cold. It's cold. It's callous, and it doesn't give a fuck about you. We walk around like, you know, this ain't, you know, like we have this false sense of, you know, right and wrong. You know, I'm a nihilist, so I don't believe in none of that shit. I just think that these are the circumstances. This is what's going on, and you're gonna have to perform in that space, or you're gonna have to operate in that space, and you're either gonna step up and operate in that space to ensure that you come out winning, or you're gonna get fucking destroyed. And sometimes the mama's boy, you know, and I understand moms. I love moms. One of the best people in my life is my mother. I love her to death. But even I have a anecdote, you know, that was particular to me. I was in Taekwondo, and I never forget this. The sensei hit me with a stick, with the kendo stick, and I was just like, you know, I'm rebelling against authority. Like, who the fuck are you, dude? You can't fucking touch me. You nobody fucking beats on me. My parents can, but you can't. And then I remember coming home and I was like, Mom, I don't want to fucking do that. I don't want to go there again. That guy hit me with a stick. Now, in the space where I'm at mentally, I'm like, damn, I wish you would have left me in there, man. That discipline I could have got early on. I know you don't get to do what you want. but this is gonna make you better. So sometimes, you know, identifying toxic traits is not always the extremes. Yeah. It's the subtle.
Anything that holds you back from your max potential is toxicity. 100%. And that's a spectrum that can, you know, vary wildly. Mm-hmm.
That's a good bomb right there. Kaboom, buddy. Kaboom. Yeah, absolutely. Anything that's hindering you from reaching that maximum potential, and it because it's masked in love. But sometimes one of my favorite sayings is "good intentions pave the road to hell." You know, like
the roads to hell were paved with good intentions.
Exactly.
Yeah. I've heard that. Yeah.
And then, you know, it makes me think about everything that I'm doing with my children and how I'm raising them. Like, don't over shelter them. Mm-hmm. You're not preparing them for how life really is, you know? So, yeah, there you go. So with signs and you're growing up in a toxic household, ask yourself.
Yeah. And that's the problem, I guess, right? A lot of people don't know.
Nah, there's clear signs, right? Like if your dad's drunk every day and he's beating on your mom, that's toxic. But that's not really what I took from it. It was more so those subtle things.
You know, I forgot who introduced me, whether it was you or my sister, introduced me to that podcast, Fresh and Fit.
Probably me.
Okay, and they have that whole after hours thing where they have like a round table of a bunch of girls.
100%.
So it's like watching a train wreck. You know, I'll watch it just to see like how these people think and act, and you can't help but wonder, like, damn, how many, like, what were the households some of these people stemmed from that led to them being the way they are?
They had one girl in there. She went viral because she was like the most feminine girl she was like from Canada, of course, you know. So she was like really feminine, and I was just like, and she was like 20. She was so cute.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Because most of them was just like they come off with their traumas, and I was just.
But she was like actually submissive.
She was just like, it was just like. She doesn't belong on the show.
Oh, you got to send me that. It was recent or old?
It was recent.
I got to find that. Yeah. You know, that's why, you know, when it comes to, for me and like having kids and raising them, making sure they don't grow up in a toxic household. Like part of me kind of just wants to wait for, you know, CRISPR technology to advance.
I knew you was going with it. I was reading it and I was like, how's he going to tie this one in?
Part of me wants to wait for like CRISPR, you know, gene editing technology to like.
So I'm going to preface this conversation.
You know, I want to design my children to be like impervious to
designer fucking babies, nigga. Mm-hmm. Hold them up like you ain't got one of these. You know, so I'm not very learned. I came across this concept. You've been studying it for some time.
Yeah, like it'll come across my radar here and there. CRISPR gene editing technology.
Exactly. So the question would be the pros and cons. Obviously, the pros are like you get a really cool ass, badass baby.
Yes.
But what would you perceive to be some cons?
Well, one con off the top of my head is, you know, creating a new race of superhumans. So imagine we already have. That
sound like some Hitler shit.
Well, think about it. We already have a income disparity.
Yeah.
Where you have hyper rich and then a lot of poor. Imagine if those rich people are afforded technology to have all these super babies, superhuman children. They're the strongest, the tallest, the smartest, the fastest.
That would disrupt competition.
Exactly. So also,
shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, hit the bomb. If everybody was like me, the fucking world, how would you operate capitalism? Because everybody's gonna want to be the boss.
Yeah. No, it's not. Yeah, and not only that, but
that's a good one, buddy.
Yeah, and you know, but you know, China, for example, they allegedly wanted to use. Well, that's what I was going to get to.
Yeah.
Allegedly, China wanted to try to gene edit these babies so that they can't get AIDS.
I like it.
That was the alleged reasoning behind this gene editing. These babies ended up. They ended up. This is a long time ago, so I might be butchering this, but something along the lines of, although the gene editing made it so they couldn't get AIDS, they also ended up being like super, like a lot smarter than average.
Damn, for real?
Yeah. So
the babies were like, they was coming out smart as fuck?
Mm-hmm. And
on top of not being able to get AIDS.
Yeah. But and then I think something went wrong with it. But the point is,
I think something went.
The point is that I think it was the other way around. I think they were trying to make, they were on
super soldiers.
Exactly. So they're trying to use gene editing to make super soldiers. And China, Russia, there are certain countries that don't have the bureaucracy that America has. So they're able to exploit this technology better than we are able to, because we have all this red tape in our politics. Ooh. So China,
hold that point. Mm-hmm. For us to stay competitive as a leading nation in STEM research, this is an ethical question. Yeah. When do we say, are we going to always pick the moral,
No, what I think happens is I just think that we have to do it in secret. So I think DARPA is doing it in secret, but they're just held back by having to be
black ops type.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They have to protect. They're hindered because they have to really hide it. That shit can't leak. They have to be a lot more careful. Whereas in China, they have free reign to just do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Because I ain't gonna lie, I've been looking for Dr. Monroe's Island.
What's that? I'm not familiar with the reference.
My age. Dr. Monroe. You ever seen this shit with Val Kilmer, and he gets on this island and he's been splicing animals and people, and there's like just a whole race of just human animals?
It's a movie?
Hell, it's an older movie. That was the one I'm talking about is the remake. I'm an old man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Dr. Monroe.
But yeah, it's definitely interesting technology, and one, what I think of all the pros. Imagine you get your baby tested, and you find out that.
Let me ask you a question. Y'all do what's that shit? Ultrasound?
Yeah.
This is a real question. This is a sensitive question.
Yeah, I probably already know the answer.
You a cold nigga.
But go so I can say I'll kill it. Go. What's the question so I can say I'll kill it? What's the question?
That's the question, nigga. All right, you find out your baby ain't got
kill it.
Like it doesn't have a forearm.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. No. If it's missing like a limb, the technology we have now with combining 3D printing, AI, nanotechnology.
I'm taking the baby out. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't want a one arm baby.
Yeah, but they have like bionic shit that makes that arm even. I'm telling you right now, in the future, because of all this CRISPR, all this AI, all this nanotechnology, we are gonna have people that are gonna be chopping their own limbs off to replace it with bionic shit.
It's like Repo Man. You ever seen Repo Man? The actor, what's the British guy? Hugh? Mm-hmm. Nah, it's not Hugh. The other guy plays the bad guy sometimes. But yeah, where they get like bionic parts. And
exactly.
Shit. Yeah, I would definitely take a bionic heart.
Would you allow yourself to be injected with nanobots?
That's a fact.
You would?
That's a fact. I'm down with the next evolution of humans. I'm one of those people that understand because of where I stand in terms of my understanding of like human evolution. Like I know that this is not the final step. This is a.
We're gonna keep evolving.
We're gonna keep evolving. Like I think in 1,000 years, humans don't have, maybe a couple thousand years, don't have pinkies.
I like my pinky though,
because it's good for scratching your ear
and coke bumps.
Kaboom, buddy. Kaboom. That's a good.
So what? Here's a pop quiz.
Let's go.
What?
Wait, let me get the answers first.
What is considered nanotechnology? Like, what makes something nanotechnology?
See, I'm glad that you asked that question. If you picked this show to learn something, I'm sorry. Nanotechnology. When I think of nanotechnology, I think of...
That wasn't the question. You can't change the question.
What's the question?
What makes something considered nanotechnology? Like, what does it have? What?
Because they got to be nano size, nigga.
What's nano size?
Like really fucking small.
Yeah, so it's from 1 to 100 nanometers.
What's your name on the show?
The hostess.
You can't even make that
So
up.
it's between 1 and 100 nanometers.
Insane.
All right, are you ready for this, though? Are you ready for this? to grasp the idea of what 1 nanometer is, how many nanometers is the width of a human hair? A human hair on my arm.
3.
3? 100,000.
That's a nanobite?
That's no. 100.
Too much movies?
100 nanometers, 100,000 nano. So if you take 1 nanometer and multiply by 100,000 of them, connecting them next to each other, 100,000 nanometers, you'll get the width of 1 human hair.
And did you hear what he said? So imagine those little robots. Now I don't know how you gonna put a CPU in it.
Well, that's the thing. So I guess that's the whole technology is shrinking everything down to the point where you can make nanobots with nano computers in them. And you know what I was reading?
I mean, all right, I'm gonna be real. That was my understanding, that nanotechnology is little small robots.
But
very nano size.
Yes, but the whole
I have nano bullies too. If you're looking to buy, hit me up on DM.
What's crazy with it is, a nanometer essentially is about the size of like an atom. Like we're talking about the atoms and molecules that make up things. So theoretically speaking,
this nigga know.
Nanotechnology is going to lead to where you can really make anything from scratch. Combining nanotechnology with gene editing, it's like, the possibilities are endless. What got me into nanotechnology was carbon nanotubes. Do you know anything about carbon nanotubes?
I know they're made out of carbon.
And they're small tubes.
Context clues.
Tiny tubes. No. So carbon nanotubes they're like 100 times stronger than steel, but like 1/10 the weight.
Peter Parker. Spider-Man.
Exactly, like exactly that type of shit, right? That's like, yeah. So
you can't be the only nigga getting bombs.
So space elevator. You ever heard of the space elevator technology? So the theory is right now for us to enter space. What?
Just keep going.
Right now for us to enter space, we use rocketry and thrust.
Yes, absolutely. Physics.
But
thermodynamics.
Yes, but theoretically speaking,
law 2 of physics.
Theoretically speaking, if we can make a material where we can create a cable long enough to extend into outer space to put a counterweight into orbit around Earth and I can't pronounce it. Blame it on the alcohol.
Use your words.
Synchronizing. Yeah.
Synchronicity.
Pretty much the object is falling around. The object is falling around Earth at the same rate that the Earth is rotating.
You got to use the orbital.
Exactly.
Mathematics.
Exactly. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
The rotation.
Orbital mechanics. Yeah.
I guessed that word.
Yeah.
I ain't even guessed the mechanics part, but yeah.
Orbital.
I used the word orbital.
So you extend the cable out long enough, have a counterweight pulling out in geosynchronized orbit, and you could have an elevator go up and down this cable because you're not fighting gravity at that point because you're pulling up.
Okay.
So you're pulling, and you can have a space elevator go up to, so you could, theoretically speaking, and carbon nanotubes are the most promising right now, the most promising technology to create a cable strong enough to withstand those physics.
You see why I hired them?
Yep.
This nigga know everything.
Oh, I could keep going. I can go for a long time on nanotechnology. For example, wood floors. This is all in our future. Wood floors that is infused with nanotechnology, so that when you step on it, you create electricity. So theoretically speaking, you could have nightclubs.
Wait, this is your idea?
No, this is like technology is being worked on.
Yeah, because I didn't want you to give it to the people.
Oh, no. This is being worked on already.
Okay.
So imagine houses where you walk around and you're generating electricity. Malls, nightclubs. Think like that's going to power the lighting and power the sound. So theoretically speaking, that's going to help a lot, especially as energy gets more expensive and blah, blah, blah. And nanotechnology is amazing.
You get your pee-pee hard.
Oh, yeah. Think about it. Yeah, and then, because of quantum physics, at that level of size, you get into quantum physics, so the physics get all funny.
The size is very important. We're nailing this shit. Nailing it. That's a fact.
But yeah, so I'm excited for nanotechnology, but then of course a lot of the cons and the risks of nanotechnology is has to do with, imagine, think about this. There was a time very recently where governments experimented with society and tried to see how much can we brainwash and manipulate society to force people to take injections.
Call vaccines. Can we say that word?
We can, I think now, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
And imagine in the future the nanotechnology.
Oh, I don't want you to divulge.
I was forced to, and I ended up getting one Johnson & Johnson because they use vector technology and not mRNA, and vector technology is at least a little bit more tried and true and been around. So I just wanted to avoid the mRNA experiment. So I got Johnson & Johnson.
Yeah, I don't even want to stay on this one. It's too.
Yeah, but the point is that think about nanobots being able to be injected into you, and it can do all kinds of things.
Yeah, what I would like it to do is make things bigger.
All right, is there something you need to confess?
No, I'm big.
Listen, you have fingers, you have a tongue. Like, there's ways around.
I just need help.
Well, you have the rule of L. You know the rule of L?
No, what's that?
The rule of L is, so if you're short, relative to being short, it looks long, because if you're tall, it looks short.
Yeah, but I'm tall and long, so.
How tall are you?
That's on the other episode. I'm 5'5", ladies.
Okay, and if you want to see the other size, check us out on After Hours on OnlyFans, where it's not YouTube safe, but it's paywall safe, and there we can be even more uncensored and free. Link down below.
8.5, baby.
Remember, we're talking about nanometers. We're talking about nanometers here.
Fucking guy.
How many nanometers in a meter?
A bazillion.
Oh, close. Very close. 1 billion.
Don't measure my penis, man.
This is not a very professional relationship here at work.
No, we need an HR department because you be sexually harassing me, bro. I don't like it. I said, yeah, I see what you did there. So, yes. So, okay. On Red Solo Talk, we have a lot of fun. At least this episode. But we hope to add a little value, help you guys understand what you should be doing. How many of you guys go to work? You go to work, you do the job you were supposed to do. How many?
Probably 99%.
All of you niggas. Have you ever thought about the concept of bringing value to the place you work? Or how does this idea? Do you ever? I promise you guys all have thought about this. Let me tell you why. Why they do this? We could just do this. Everybody thinks about that at their job. What I preach is bring value to the place that brings you money, because it'll bring you more money. You don't have to come into new situations and present your resume. You already got the job. Enhance the systems Get smart. Find out their problems, where they're failing at, where that business is failing at is a perfect opportunity for you to move up the food chain, because you can say, hey, look, this is what you're doing. You're losing this many customers. This is what you're doing. This is why you're failing. This is why you're getting cancellations. This is why you're getting carts that are abandoned. Or here's why you got people leaving your premises. Or you find a way. Find a way to bring value in the space of wherever you are doing professionally, commercially, making money, and bring value. I got into a company recently. I came in, I'm the newest guy there. I shot to the very top of it. The other day, we were sitting in the field, and he was, I'm sitting here with a coworker. And I'm like, coworker? I was like, you own the business. But at that time, I understood that I brought more value, not in kinetic energy, but I brought more value into his processes. If you learn in business to fix problems, if you learn in life to fix problems, you'll be rich forever.
That's a good one.
That's a kaboom.
and if you find yourself thinking, man, fuck my job, I'm not gonna give them shit, I'm not gonna add any of that, but that's a sign that you're in the wrong job,
and or missing out on opportunity.
Yeah, because
you if you knew how to maneuver, you need some soft skills for this. Don't go and do what we do. We're trained professionals. But if you're able to maneuver within a corporate structure without compromising yourself, I'm giving them too much. There's a way that you can leverage yourself into better positions. And what's important is that you have to seem overvalued. No, you need to be you need to be able to produce value that counters the people that are perceived your same level, right? But there's a lot that comes with that. There's no perfect process, but you need to be able to show, like, this is why people they grow in a corporate structure, because I'm willing to fix your problems. So building professional relationships, fix their problems is the goal. It's not only the goal, it's
and anticipate and prevent problems from happening in the first place.
Exactly.
Adding value. Help
people make money. I promise you, they'll give you all the money.
Mm-hmm. And one of our mottos that we have is, how you do everything is how you do anything.
Drink a lot.
And I'm a strong believer in not knowing the power of the subconscious mind, and how you act at work, and how you treat work, and how you treat anything you do. So if you're going to your 9-to-5 job, if you're in a professional setting, if you're doing the best you can, if you're adding value, if you're doing those things that you talk about, that's going to give you a certain mindset, a certain framework where outside of work, you're going to treat your personal relationships the same way. You're gonna look where you can add value to personal relationships, and you're gonna have stronger personal relationships, and that's also going to build on in itself, and all that is just gonna add to success in your life. Because even if you are not a 9-to-5er, if you're an entrepreneur, it's very hard to be an entrepreneur. Don't most entrepreneurs fail before they succeed?
That's why you get paid the big bucks.
Right? So it's like, you one of the things that I learned growing up is, we've talked about this before, the whole lone wolf mentality, and you need a network. And how you build a network is how you handle those relationships. That even as an entrepreneur, your personal relationships are professional relationships. And it's important to build on those and add value and give you the best chances to succeed, because as an entrepreneur, it's already very hard to succeed in the first place. Your chances of failing are already high.
It's almost guaranteed you're going to fail. But you need the failure, right? You need it. Because that's what teaches. Me and my brother was talking the other day. It was like, if we have this false sense, like if you gave me $1 million, hold on, this y'all probably hearing this. This is not playing the guitar. I'm fixing my mic.
I'll fix it while you talk if you want.
No, I got it.
All right, fun fact. Right now playing is "Don't You Worry, Child" by Swedish House Mafia, and you have no idea, but this is like one of the few songs that's like invokes like a spiritual feeling in me. Because it reminds me of like the time of my life when I heard this song. The first, like when this song was popular on the radio and shit, was a very pivotal moment in my life.
I'm back. Yeah, and I do appreciate the fact that you look at you. Time. You know what? Playing the wrong song.
What? I just told you how it's spiritual to me, and fuck you. But go ahead, DJ. DJ Clueless.
Bad.
What song you gonna play?
Come on, son. Let's go.
Hey. So you know, you were talking about entrepreneurship and your journey, and you know, and you've been, I don't know, researching or studying or reading on all the different entrepreneurs that failed before they succeeded.
That's right. Failure is part of the process. It's necessary. If you're gonna cheat the game by not going to school and learn by experience, rationally, you're gonna go through the school of hard knocks, and that's what I've done. That's what I did. That's what I went out, I tried it, and I said, I'm gonna be a millionaire. Guess what? With my first business model, you know what didn't happen?
Millionaire status.
Facts. Because there's so much you got to learn.
But the lessons were priceless.
The lessons were invaluable. Oh my God. When I say, it's insane. I can hear somebody and I'll be like, you're in the world of hurt. You are going to be in a world of hurt. But it's fine. It's necessary for the process. So entrepreneurs who came back and fucking won, you guys are gonna be surprised. Because I myself was very surprised. I was like, wow, oh shit.
You know, one of the logical fallacies that a lot of us fall for is success bias. You know, we only see success. We never see the failure. And so you assume it was, you know, you assume it was instant. You assume it was constant.
That's why I prompted my question, which goes back into one of the books that I'm writing, is ask the right questions. It's not, you don't have to know everything. You have to get good at critical thinking and asking the right question, which I guess is algebra to some degree. Well, no, because algebra presents, like, you have to take, well,
I mean, yeah, kind of. I can see the correlation. Yeah, you know, especially like with like algebraic word problems. You know, what are you looking for?
Yeah, it has to be intentful. What's your intentions? And I think that's what the reality of life is like, don't do nothing without intention. There's a button at the bottom left. Don't do nothing without intention. You do it because you know in what you want to do, and what the outcome is.
And also, you were just talking about how invaluable it was. When you understand, you see, when you assume that all the people you look up to, all the successful entrepreneurs, all the successful people in general, when you assume that they've never failed, that they've just been on this constant rise up to success.
My baby mama's calling. I'm sorry. Hello?
You don't have to say, oh my gosh, like that.
You're live on my podcast, so
You better cut it off.
No. It's a rule. We can't answer the phone without it being on speaker.
What's up?
Why finna put your business out?
Well, don't. That's a good start.
And take me off of speaker.
I can't. We're recording.
Pause the fucking shit.
I can't. I have to pause the camera. I have to pause the fucking podcast recording mixer. I have to turn. It's so much. Are you gonna be good? Is this a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a bad conversation. Like, God.
That's scary. With my child and me.
You want your business out or what?
I'm a YouTuber.
Mask off.
Yeah, it's a mask off. I'm a YouTuber. So is it my child?
We can always edit it out if we had to.
No, I'm just kidding.
See, Dominicans don't date them.
Well, already then continue with your podcast.
Guys, Cheetah, my baby mama. Yeah, all right.
You don't have to put my business out there, bro.
Name, phone number, and address will be scrolling through.
You have 2 baby mamas. It could have been the other one.
Now you putting my business out there. They don't even know I have multiple baby mamas. Thank you. All right, buddy. I love you. All right, cool.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
We always have a special guest. It's not Red Solo Talk without a special guest.
100%. So, yes, what were we talking about?
What were we talking about? Entrepreneurs who failed. Oh, that's what I was going to say.
KFC.
Well,
Okay.
what I was going to say, though, and then, what I was going to say was, I was just going to say that, success bias, and when a lot of people fall for the trap of assuming that you only should succeed and failure is a negative when you're talking so highly about, obviously in the moment you were distraught, but in hindsight, you talk about the the pricelessness of the lessons learned in that failure. Yeah, and,
absolutely.
And so it's important to know if you're pursuing entrepreneurship, if you're pursuing anything really in life, is to understand that there's lessons to be learned in all your failures. Even me, when we were talking the other day, we were talking about my trip to Canada and certain things that I could have done better and handle situations better to capitalize. Like that's a lesson learned in those failures that's gonna stay with me forever.
100%. That's why when we were talking about and you were like, oh, like how special was it? And I'm like, this is denialism in me. And I'm just like, do you think the average person, I my life is based on averages.
Yeah.
So everything is definitely about the average person doing what you do. You as a person are not the average. Or maybe.
Well, you're saying like my experiences.
Yeah, it's just like you're not the average at all. So even if it was a net negative, it was a positive on the average of people.
Just having been able to experience it.
This thing we're doing is like a video game to me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, you don't even understand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the fact that, like, this is a video game right now, right? How am I, me, regular old me, have podcast equipment,
lighting,
lighting,
monitor,
and there's this whole production
airplay,
studio,
yeah.
and it was just like I wasn't like, why? You know what I'm saying? The roll of the dice is so insane to me. This is where my gratefulness comes from.
Oh yeah,
100%. This is where your part of your religion comes from.
Yeah,
you know. So,
that's why that's why when I got into my accident, my near-death experience early on in the trip, everyone there was saying like, oh, if you want to leave early, if you want to end the trip, and I was because for them this is just another day in life. For me, it was something such a special experience to be able to have. Like I didn't want to end it short. I had no intentions of ending it short. I wanted to see it through to the end. Because there was nothing, the alternative wasn't as good, just to sit in some random city doing, sightseeing or whatever. It's like, here's an experience that is a once in a, not necessarily a once in my lifetime opportunity, but it's a once in a lifetime opportunity for the average person. And that, like you said, is how you need to gauge and appreciate the opportunities that you have.
100%.
But you were talking about Colonel Sanders?
So there's a lot of entrepreneurs, and I'm not the most these things, but what I find that failure is part of the process, because you can pay. Boy, when I do the math, I'm like, maybe you should have paid for that schooling versus how much you're gonna lose, but. If you're an entrepreneur and your attempt is to be successful in entrepreneurship, there's a reality that you need to understand. You're gonna lose. Yep, you're gonna lose.
If you do anything difficult, you're gonna lose. If you're trying to sport to the max, to the hardest, you're gonna get injured. Everything.
But being paralyzed by the concept of losing shouldn't hinder you from trying to do it. You know what I'm saying? You need to understand that that's par for the course. You're going to lose.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Losing is part of the process. This is the learning process. What they didn't tell you is to run a successful business, you need to understand trends. Very short, very fast.
That's what she said.
Very short, very fast. See why I heard him? If your promotional marketing, whatever you're doing in the commerce space, and you don't have your year mapped out, I question you as a business. You shouldn't be quarterbacking that in last month or a month before the release of whatever the product is. You need to understand that this shit needs to be mapped out. That comes from failure. Understanding that you have so many references of business that fail. Like, what is the, average of businesses that fail? I'm asking you, like, and I'm like, Google. Because you are the Google. You're like a human Google.
I mean, I don't know what that number is. I mean, I know
it's astronomically high.
Yeah, and I know, and different fields have different. I know restaurants are notoriously difficult. Fitness centers are notoriously difficult. Some things are easier than others, but in general, still, it's
you have to be dialed in.
Yeah,
and if you can't, hire people that can. And if you can't hire people, you shouldn't have a business. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I don't know. I think that's a scaling question,
It's exactly what it is.
So I think a lot of Amazon, for example, he started off by himself in a little thing, whatever, and then I think as far as hiring people, that just comes with scaling a business. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily I don't think it's necessary in the very beginning.
Necessary.
Because how many
have that information?
So you're an entrepreneur,
yeah,
right? But how many employees do you have right now?
Per Duns and Bradstreet.
What? Pardon me?
Per Duns and Bradstreet.
What's that mean?
Duns and Bradstreet is the business Experian, Equifax, and what's the other one, guys? It's the
Oh, you're saying
yeah.
per. Okay, I get it now. Okay.
Yeah.
And how? What? 0?
If you're smart, you would know how to leverage because of. We have any more topics?
No. You're free.
Chat GPT. But no, I'm actually gonna give y'all one. Look, all right, so I'm gonna give y'all some food for thought. If you want to get into business, here's what you got to do. You got to fix a problem. You don't got to love the problem. You don't got to love the industry. Find a niche, fix a problem, and fix it for them. Because what you underestimate. Because if you listen to our podcast, you're probably a narcissist. You're probably somebody who thinks highly of themselves, right? Sure. Yeah. I know, nigga, I'm talking to you. You can utilize the same steps that I'm using, and you can go out. There's AI that exists in the space that's going to allow you to have a whole marketing team. If you would like to know, you should hit WrestleTalk Podcast at Gmail and send in the subject space how to make online money. And then I'll go ahead and divulge what we're talking about.
Are you considering creating a course?
You damn right.
Any other things you're working on? Any ebooks or anything like that?
I do have an ebook.
Please.
The ebook is Be Dangerous. Why you shouldn't be a nice guy.
Link down below.
Released tomorrow, February.
So by the time you're watching this, there'll be a link down below for you to purchase the book.
And it's going to be released.
Do you know the cost? Are you able to say the price on the book or no?
I haven't figured out. Because, you know.
But it'll be worth it. So click down below.
It's going to be worth it because I'm trying to help you guys. Let me tell you something. I've experienced so much life in 2 years. It was insane, right?
I don't know. It's the spy balloons.
Is that a title?
No.
But
you've experienced so much.
So much in the last 2-3 years that
you're gonna start sharing that wisdom in ebooks.
It's time for you guys. It's time for me to show what I learned and offer it to you guys at a great affordable price. No, I'm fucking around. No, the first course is gonna be free, man.
What?
Yeah, I'm, that's right. I'm giving it away for free.
This ebook is gonna be free?
No, I ain't say that shit.
What'd you say?
The course.
Oh,
my first course is gonna be free.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. And it's to how to hack the mind.
I like it.
I talked to somebody today, and it was just like, "That's easy. That's easy for you to say." And I was just like, "No, it's easy for you to say. You could just say no."
Yeah.
He subtracted himself from all decisions based on his subconscious. And maybe not even subconscious, just premises and concepts that he's already attached himself to, that it was just like, you've already agreed that that's who you are. And that's what you're going to do. And that was insane to me. Because I think that You control. Damn, we only had one drink this whole show.
It was a big ass drink. Yeah, we're behaving. It might be our earliest recording too, maybe.
Ever. Maybe we should do it earlier.
Right? Stay more sober.
Yeah. Because I'm ready. I ain't gonna lie. I'm ready to get fucked up.
It's more fun. It's more fun. A little saucy. You know what we could do depending on the topics. So if we have a lot of topical, like fun, low hanging fruit, easy on the mind topics, then we can do more late, more fun, more character. Whereas when we're dealing with gene editing, nanotechnology, entrepreneurship,
we did good.
When we're dealing with more serious topics, then we could lay off on the sauce.
That's right. And in closing, because we didn't do this at the top of the round a little bit. You know what? Let's pour up.
You got your ice?
That's right. I think so. I said that's right without confirming.
I got a little bit of ice in here. Jesus Christ. All right. So what were you saying?
Round table coming back because this is the closing.
Yes.
How you feeling, stupid?
I'm in pain. I am in constant pain. I am in constant pain of my legs.
So that crash really...
It fucked me up. Yeah, I have a high pain tolerance, so I ignore things that I don't have control over, and I can't control the pain.
Is it like a pinch?
It's a constant pain, like someone is taking a knife and going like this into my shins over and over again. It fucking sucks. But I thug it out, and what's also frustrating is, I came back from this trip more driven than ever, more ambitious than ever,
okay,
more disciplined, more motivated than ever.
Now we gonna get into the shits.
And although I have all that, I feel like a bull that they won't open the door. I feel like I'm a bull trapped in the pen, and they won't open that fucking door so I can run. Because I can't do shit. I can't put weight on my legs. If I'm laying down, my feet are up, my feet are down. Doesn't matter where I'm just feeling constant pain.
So before we close it out,
Cheers.
Salute.
You gotta take a sip of your cheers.
That is the rule, huh?
What are you gonna say?
Okay. I'm poor.
Okay.
In comparison. Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy, guy. I didn't mean it like that fucking guy.
Or bend over.
You were don't tip drill me, bro.
Okay, you're poor.
Well, how much you was gonna pay?
10 grand.
Right now?
No, it's fine. It's over now. That ship sailed. So you're saying you're poor?
The greatest takeaway before you eat that gummy hamburger.
Okay.
The greatest takeaway from your trip.
What does a gummy hamburger have to do with anything?
I don't know. I saw it there and I was like, eat it, bro.
The greatest.
You took it from my kid, nigga. Eat the fucking gummy
hamburger. I bought it.
See how you do? See?
Now throw it back in your
face. The greatest takeaway.
Look,
it's done.
Yeah.
You know these are called Cartiers. Not Cartier, but this is style. This is like a gangster style.
The shades?
Yeah, in Detroit. Like somebody, they not gonna think you gangster, but somebody who has those glasses. Like if I took those glasses and put them on my face, they'd be like, he killed people.
Well, they don't gotta know what I'm capable of. I'll let them keep guessing. Okay, so
go ahead.
Biggest takeaway from my trip?
Yeah, nigga.
Biggest takeaway from my trip, if I had to just boilerplate it, bring it down to like a
boilerplate.
I think that's the. I forgot. That's a saying for something. I forgot.
You have enough like credit that you can say shit and I'm like, that's what it's called.
No, I mean, I know what a boilerplate is. Boilerplate is like
it's like a plate on a boiler.
No, it's like something that you like, something that you can like repeat. I'm not crazy.
No, I believe you, nigga.
Writing that is cliched or expresses a generally accepted opinion or belief.
I'm with you,
I'm
nigga.
just saying.
Look, nigga, you teaching me some
I'm just
shit.
saying. You see it? Writing that is cliched or expresses a generally accepted opinion or belief. You know, standardized pieces of text. Anyways.
You just found out this was a YouTube show. I've already like edited this in my head.
Anyways, so biggest takeaway from me would be, I mean, it's going to be pretty subjective to me that I was the one that experienced it. But for me personally, it's just, well, I guess it's not. I guess this could be generalized. So you know, you only have one shot at this video game of life.
I like it.
Time only moves. That's not it.
Let's go.
Time only.
Let's go. I'm booted up. Time
only moves in one direction. It's a lot of common sense
like
stuff.
that way.
Yeah, it's a lot of common sense things, but it's just when you experience things in a way that amplifies that common sense, it just becomes more ingrained into your framework of how you think and who you are. And when you really, really, truly accept all the different aspects of life, you only get one chance. No reruns. Your decisions today affect your opportunities tomorrow. When you really see the entire trajectory of life, you see that there's kids growing up, preparing for adulthood. You have adults preparing for their careers. You have careers that people work hard, people who don't work hard, and then you have the finish line. You have what your life culminates to, and then you have death. When you fully appreciate that you are in complete 110% control of how you spend your time, and your time only moves in one direction, you have to use all your brain power to use that time as wise as possible. What that means today is going to be something different tomorrow, but just consistently pursue using your time the most efficient way you can to improve your life and attain what it is that you want to attain.
Oh God, y'all niggas fucking up.
Well, what's your takeaway from being without me? For all that
Being
time.
without you.
For all that time. What have I missed in your life? What epiphanies, what experiences from your day-to-day, your journey as an
the
entrepreneur?
camera right here. I missed you. Because in my mind, not in my mind, but in reality, I'm the smartest person I know. So I need a second. And that's where you are. You're my second.
I'll take it.
And I love him.
That's a compliment because, Lil Wayne said, when Lil Wayne, I always think about when Lil Wayne says, when he talks about being the best rapper alive, he's like, he doesn't literally think he's the best rapper alive, but it's a state of mind. It's a mindset. Like, I would judge you.
No, I literally think.
Yeah, but I would judge you if you thought I was smarter than you.
No.
See?
Okay.
Because you're supposed to have that, ignorant confidence.
Let's go. Yeah,
because, if you ask me, I'm the smartest. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's important to have. So the fact that you would put me as second is really putting me at number one. because
That's not this.
because number
this
one
literally
is automatically occupied. So I'll take that spot. I'll take the spot as the smartest person you know. Manny El Fuerte.
Nah, I'm fucking around. Hey, we did it again, guys.
Wait, what's your anything that I've missed? Because I kind of disappeared. I consciously disappeared and kind of avoided everyone while I was, had this 9-day retreat.
You did.
So-
You went noticeably quiet.
Yeah, on purpose. It was a conscious decision. I wanted to really be undistracted and just really soak in and transport myself to this place and soak in everything I could during that week, because I knew I'm going to come back and I'm going to come back to my normal life. I'm sitting here again, recording Red Solo Talk, going to work. I'm back to my normal life. I was very conscious of the fact that, I can disappear for a little bit. I can kind of separate myself because it's gonna be in the future.
That's your narcissism,
I guess. But anything I missed? Any takeaways from life?
Life is still life. I think it was like 42 people in Syria.
That's a very good point. 42 people what?
42,000.
Oh, I was about to say. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah.
42,000 people, which lets us know that what you're living right now is so special. If you take it for granted, you're a fool.
I always think about this fact. Right now, we're saying our closing statements before we, end this shit. And as I speak, an engine from a 747 Boeing could have dislodged from the airplane and could be hurtling down as we speak, and is going to come through the roof and crush us and kill us.
That's terrible.
It might happen.
Should I move right now?
It might not. It might not happen. The point.
I need to know so I can get.
That's the whole point. But the whole point I'm making is that you don't know, and it's just you have to appreciate every second that you breathe, every second that your life is not worse than it could be, and at the end of the day, you only have two choices. You either focus on the positive or you focus on the negative, and they're both equally valid. So it's at the end of the day, it's a nihilistic choice of which one you're going to focus on. You like that?
I love it.
And I like to choose to focus on the fact. I like to choose to focus on the fact that an airplane engine hasn't come and killed me. And if I'm able to walk out this door, go to my car, make it home, XYZ, I want to appreciate those opportunities to continue living and pursuing my max potential and use that drive to discipline myself to make my dreams come true, because I only have one chance to live them.
About right.
So this has been another episode.
Well, hold on, nigga. I ain't get my shit off.
Oh,
nigga.
my bad.
What he said about appreciating life is right. That was unwarranted. Nah, I'm fucking around. It's just a joke. All right. Look, guys. Until you have further evidence of you being able to come back and fix your wrongs, try to do it right. You're not going to be perfect. Nobody is. But if you're in a constant pursuit of trying to do it right, I can't fault you, even if you're wrong, because you in your intention, you were trying to be right. That's what it's about. I love you guys. This is Red Soul.
Brought to you by Only the Vibes.
Only. Yeah. I try to take your shit. Go ahead. Only the vibes. But you got to do it like this. Only the vibes.
Only the vibes. I'll work on it. This has been Red Solo Talk, brought to you by Only the Vibes. And we have host number 1.
Hey, it's audio.
And I am
The hostess that know the mostest.
Manny El Fuerte. And this has been another episode of Red Solo Talk. Until next time, bye.